All right, guys. Dynamic, eccentric, and dynamic isometric exercises are one of the secret weapons that we use to really develop some explosive, powerful athletes. Contractions happen in 3 different forms. The concentric version of it, which is the positive movement, right? So if I was jumping, it'd be coming from here into my jump. The eccentric portion of it would be my preload before I jump or my landing after I jump. And then the isometric, in this case, would be basically as I'm landing and I'm stopping momentum in that pause in between, or as I'm preloading, that transition between the eccentric movement and the concentric movement, that slight pause in between, that would be the isometric. When it comes to athleticism, all 3 are always contributing to athletic movements, whether it be sprinting, cutting, changing direction, jumping, landing, etc., even swinging a bat or throwing a baseball. All 3 are always in conjunction, always working in integration, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little bit more, but they're always all at least semi-present. Mostly when we work in a weight room or when we're working on specific drills, we're always thinking about the concentric part of it, which is the positive movement part of it, obviously so, because that's what's gonna get us going. But we do not wanna neglect the negative part of it, the eccentric part of it, the negative load and the isometric load that happens, that really helps us generate force and helps us absorb force so that we can then deliver and generate that force. Extremely important to really get as much adaptation in the tissue, in the motor units, and in the connection between tendon and muscle, and then motor unit and muscle in these movements. When we talk about these athletic movements like sprinting and jumping and changing direction, whatever it may be, even the hitting and swinging of a bat, there's a very blurred line because of the speed of the movement between the eccentric and isometric part of these movements. This is why we train these together. This is why they come into conjunction, especially in the dynamic version in which we train them, which is what we're gonna go over here. Again, the dynamic and eccentric and isometric version of explosive movement.